Hey everybody, Dave Gove with Coldwell Banker in North Lake Tahoe and Truckee, California here, stopping by to give you guys a 2022 year in review for the real estate market. What the hell happened in 2022? Let's take a look at the numbers.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Dave Gove. I service the North Lake Tahoe and Truckee, California region, and I help buyers and sellers, investors and developers achieve their real estate goals.
The real estate market for the 2 years leading up to 2022 was absolutely on fire, fueled by the COVID boom. While the year started off with one last surge, it slowed in the second quarter and drifted into 10-year lows for the number of closed transactions in the third and fourth quarter. Stock market volatility, high interest rates, inflation, fears of recession, a war with Russia and Ukraine, and new short-term rental regulations all came into play. By the way, if you want to know more about the short-term rental regulations, I did a video on that and you can find the link below. For the year, the total number of residential transactions decreased by 30% year over year and ended up being 25% below the 5-year average and 21% below the 10-year average. It was the lowest number of transactions in the last 10 years, coming in 7% lower than the next lowest year, which was in 2014, that had 1,238 sales. Median and average sale prices for the year actually went up compared to 2021, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Sales prices have fallen off from Q1 highs. The Q1 median sales price for a single-family home was $1.38 million, but the Q4 number came in at just above 1.1, representing a 20% drop. For condos, the Q1 median was at $770,000, with Q4 coming in at $600,000, representing a 22% drop. That said, prices are still at a healthy premium compared to where they were pre-COVID. For the fourth quarter of 2022, the average single-family sales price was $1.66 million, and the median was at $1.11. For Q4 of 2019, the average sales price was $1.03 million, and the median was $739K. That's a 61% increase on the average and a 49% increase on the median. In the fourth quarter, condos showed an average of $707,000 with a median of $600,000. In the fourth quarter of 2019, the average was $543,000, and the median was $418,000. So that's a 30% increase on the average and 44% increase on the median. Still huge gains from where we were pre-COVID. We are in the heart of winter when inventory hits annual lows. There are 180 residences currently on the market. Last year at this time, there were about 80 residences actively for sale. But in 2019, the number was closer to 450. Looking at long-term numbers, inventory is still at the lowest levels we have seen historically prior to COVID. Around 60% of the average for the 5 years prior to COVID and 40% of the 10-year average for this time of year. For 20 consecutive months, the number of new listings that month has been below the 5 and 10-year averages. In each of those 20 months, the number of new listings has been among the 3 lowest totals for that month in the last 10 years. The number of pending sales is at 62, down from 67 last month. About 50 residences went into contract, down from 60 the prior month. Current inventory represents a little over 3.5 months of supply. Historically, any number below 5 months of supply is considered a seller's market. This is a much more balanced market than what we saw in the last 2 years, when months of inventory consistently hovered around 1. For sales under $500,000 in 2022, there were 70 residential sales, representing 6% of the total sales. In 2021, 8% of the sales were in this range. In the mid-range market segment, $500,000 to $1 million, for 2022, 429 residences sold, representing 37% of total sales. In 2021, 42% of sales were in this price range. High-end home sales, $1 million to $2 million, 430 residences sold in 2022, representing 37% of the total sales. In 2021, 558 homes sold in this price range, representing 34% of total sales. In the luxury market, over $2 million, 226 residences sold over $2 million, representing 20% of the sales. This includes 46 sales over $5 million, of which 15 are over $10 million, and 2 over $20 million, and 1 over $40 million. In 2021, 265 homes sold over $2 million, representing 16% of the sales. So what's going on looking forward? The extremely strong COVID boom real estate market is in the rearview mirror, and like a light switch, we turned to well below average activity in the second half of the year. Interest rates continue to climb up at the end of 2021, but we do think that interest rates will start to creep back down a little bit by the second quarter of this year. Low inventory will continue to be a big force on the supply side of the market. While inventory is nearly double what it was last year at this time, it's still below half of what we typically saw at this time of the year in the pre-COVID environment. There are significant questions about how strong market demand will be. Major variables like inflation, interest rates, stock market volatility, a recession, the war with Ukraine, short-term rental regulations continue to adversely impact demand. Multiple offers on properties has become uncommon and bidding wars have almost gone away. Price reductions are commonplace. About 5 to 10% of the listings seem to reduce their price each week, and many sellers are withdrawing or canceling their listings as we have experienced a record-breaking winter. We expect below normal by pre-COVID standards activity measured by the number of transactions to continue for the remainder of the first quarter. Beyond that, it's a little more uncertain, but a strong winter can spur stronger activity, especially once the snow melts. Sellers, keep in mind this is still a much better time to be a seller than it was in 2019, which seemed like a very healthy market at the time. You can expect a similar amount of time on the market, but a much higher sales price. Buyers, keep in mind this is the most balanced market we've seen in the last 3 years. And you now have the following things working in your favor. The ability to negotiate price is back. The ability to inspect a property and have normal contingencies is back. The ability to negotiate repairs is back. And yes, interest rates are climbing, but if they continue to climb, you'll be glad you locked in now. And when they do reverse course, you can refinance to take advantage. So that's a quick market recap for 2022 and where we are in the beginning of 2023. I want to know what your predictions are. Leave your comments below. Also, if you found this information useful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, call, text, or email me at any time. Hope everyone's staying safe out there.